Welcome to T-Boys TV. We're back again with another Premier League predictions, episode 22. You know what I'm saying? Where obviously we talk about the previous round of fixtures, get into the new ones, but obviously go through the table before we get into the new ones. So I hope everyone's well. And this is the first of two streams today. Obviously, the other stream we've got is the Luton show later. And we've got a special guest on for that. Me and my dad, we've got a special guest, so it's going to be a good one, hopefully. But yeah, obviously we've got this to go through first. But we'll start off with reviewing the games, obviously, and then we'll go through a table. Then we'll go through the points as they currently are between us lot that do it, and then we'll predict the games. We'll let me just share the screen as we go through the games. So the games you had this midweek, you had 9, I think it was. I'm pretty sure Brighton didn't play someone. But yeah, the first game on Tuesday, there was 3 games on Tuesday, 4 on Wednesday and 2 yesterday. I believe that's how it was. But anyway, first game was Newcastle took on Burnley for some reason. Took on Everton. Obviously, Newcastle 3-1 winners in that game. Very good performance from Newcastle. And their new signing, he was on the bench as well. You know what I mean? He didn't even come on. But they just look very energetic. Now, there has been a few times, even though they've rarely won this season, there has been a few times you have seen that. United at home was a very good example of that. I know Man United are shite, basically. But still, Newcastle at the time, I think they only had 1 win or something like that. So, yeah, and they took on an Everton side who would obviously be pumped, due to Lampard coming in, new players, Rafa out, and, stuff like that. But Newcastle played exceptional. St. Maximin causing a threat again. For me, the man of the match has to be Trippier. There was a corner he got an assist from. There's another corner where, there was a threat due to his cross inside the box. And he scored a free kick. Brilliant free kick that was. And that's something I rate highly about Trippier. Like, people disrespect him a little bit and say, oh, he's not great. I think he is a very good player. He's very good at set pieces. We all know that. That's something you can't take away from him if you don't think he is that great. It's one of them. For me, he's great because he can play left back as well as right back, and he plays it well. He plays both of them well, shall I say. So, yeah, for me, definitely my man of the match. First 2 goals were own goals, one after the other. So, Everton scored first, own goal, and then Newcastle. And then Fraser got a goal, which was obviously from a corner, and then Trippier with a free kick. But yeah, overall, Trippier's my man of the match. I thought Dele Alli was poor. For me personally, I don't rate him highly anyway. It's one of them. But brilliant 3-1 win for Newcastle. And yeah, I'm going to go through some comments. Daniel says, yo, bro, big up yourself, mate. Perry Sports says, yo, brother, how you doing? I hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Hope you're well as well. But yeah, we'll move on from that game. Next game, I got this game spot on. I got 3 points from this game. West Ham took on Watford. And Perry Sports just said Trippier may not play Sunday. So that is an advantage, if that is true, for the Villa fans. I was thinking then. But yeah, I got this game right, like I said. Obviously, these games I watched highlights because I was at the Luton game. But yeah, West Ham beat Watford 1-0. And obviously, I said 1-0. I expected it. Very good, defensive performance, I'd say, from West Ham. Like, Watford had a few stuff at the start, but it wasn't too much. West Ham obviously got the goal where Bowen took a deflection, but Bowen's on fire. Bowen is on fire. Potential England call-up, let me know in the comments below. But I've always rated him, the way he's come up into football as well. Obviously, he used to be a farmer with his family. I think the come-up's sick, and I do rate him highly. But yeah, obviously it was a deflection, but still, he was still part of it, and he's still causing that threat, good little run and a good little shot. And to be fair, I'm not going to lie to you lot. If Luton weren't playing, I'd have probably went. Now, the only reason I say that is because it was only £17. The view might not be the best, but it's still a Premier League game, you know what I'm saying? So, Yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them. Daniel is on another account. I didn't even notice, but yeah, you can be mod, mate. Bear with me a second. I'll sort that out now. But yeah, Watford, they weren't great. But obviously, Zuma played in this game. This is, what everyone is talking about. Obviously, the cat incident. I don't really want to get into it too much. It's one of them. Antonio come out and said a very good point, though, about when it's racism, like basically why, like, obviously he's not condoning what he done, but racism was a lot worse, and they seem to be doing more about this. Like, I don't want to get into it. I can't be asked if I'm being honest. Like, stupid what he done, but Antonio's got a very good point. But yeah, as I said, 1-0 to West Ham. They beat Watford, and Zuma started this, and I was a bit surprised that he was, to be honest. But yeah, message me after the streams. Yeah, no worries, mate, no worries. Yeah, I've answered your message, but yeah, the next game. No, I got this game right. I got 2 spot on Tuesday. Man United took on Burnley, and ended 1-1. And boy, I knew it'd be a draw. I knew it. United are just shite. Let's be serious. But they got an early goal. Paul Pogba, very good goal, to be fair. I will give Pogba that. Roof of the net. It was a good finish. And then Burnley got the equaliser. Now, the way them players got spun there, Maguire and I think it was McTominay, embarrassing. And I'm not saying that's this against Burnley. Like, you're meant to be. Well, Maguire's spoken about by United fans, most United fans, like a beast. You know what I'm saying? £80 million Leicester got for that. They're laughing their heads off at that. I'll tell you that right now. But the way you got spun, brilliant finish by Jay Rodriguez, another player I do rate highly. Good little dink over the keeper, and it reminded me of when Barnsley scored the other day against Luton. Similar goal to that, but it was a good finish. And Burnley got a point. Near the end, Burnley could have made it 2-1. I think their signing was brilliant. He was the one who spun Maguire, and I think it was McTominay. Let me know if you remember. But I know Maguire was definitely one of them. Waghorse. What was his name again? Waghorse, say it like that. He had a brilliant game. He had a shot right at the end, like I said. Good save by De Gea. Burnley got a well-deserved point, in my opinion. Could have even won the game. But yeah, we'll move on to the next game, which was another draw. Now going on to the Wednesday games. Norwich took on Palace. Now, I said 2-1 to Palace for this game, and it could have been. If Zaha didn't have such an awful penalty. Sometimes footballers, they do the hardest part, and then they can't do the simplest part. Like penalty, that's one of the most easiest times to score in football, other than an open goal. And he completely fluffed it. That was one of the worst penalties I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even, over-exaggerating. That is, what I'm saying. He scored a world-class goal before that. But yeah, when it come up to that penalty, boy, oh boy, that was shocking. But Norwich played well. They got Pookie's up there now for the earliest goal scorers in the Premier League. Scored inside 38 seconds, I believe it was, posting in goal. And it was a very good goal. Dean Smith starting to do well, doing well under Norwich as a manager. Now, I know Dean Smith's a good manager. You lot know that. I've put respect on his name. Certain Villa fans need to put a bit of respect on his name. Like, he got him up from the Championship, and things don't last forever. You know what I mean? So it was one of them. But yeah, I think Norwich played good in this game. The keeper had to pull out a few good saves. But yeah, overall, you look at it, and I would probably say a draw is a fair result. Big up Awace. He says, "Come on, Tyler, big up yourself, mate." But yeah, we'll go on to the next game. Tottenham bottled it again. You know what I'm saying? Big up, Chris. Your notification of your video just literally come up then. But yeah, I hope you're well, mate. But yeah, Spurs bottled it again. You know what I'm saying? They lost to Southampton. And it was a good game. It was a good game to watch from a neutral perspective. I didn't watch this game live. I was watching the Villa one live, but obviously I saw highlights on that. Bednarek with an own goal early on, and then Spurs going into lead. Broja with a goal, a response. Son then made it 2-1 with 20 minutes to go of the game. And then, Tottenham are just awful from set pieces. That's where they got their last 2 goals from Southampton. Elyounoussi, I can never say his name for some reason, and Shay Adams, another player I rate highly. A very, very good player he is. And yeah, Tottenham, they scored at the end, but it was offside. And they bottled it again. You know what I'm saying? They bottled it again. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Spursy-like, you know what I mean? But yeah, going on to the next game, Brentford beat... no, sorry. I wish they did, you know what I mean? Man City, sorry, beat Brentford 2-0. Now, I was close on this. I said 3-0. Pretending to be shocked with Tottenham. Yeah, trust me, mate. And City just looked comfortable, if I'm being honest, which I expected. The run of form Brentford are on as well. It's not been great in their recent times. The stuff Ivan Toney's come out and said as well. But yeah, City obviously got a penalty goal. Mahrez, it was a penalty. Stupid tackle to give away, in my opinion. Brilliant penalty by Mahrez. Top left, keeper went the wrong way. And as I said, overall it was comfortable for City. It was one of them, if I'm being totally honest. Second goal from De Bruyne. Rebound. I think Raya, I've never rated him highly, the Brentford goalkeeper. He is their main keeper. I've never rated him highly. Ever since they played Fulham in a playoff final, on the goal Fulham got in that game, he was too far out. Like, it's a long free kick and he's standing like well ahead of the goal. And I was, ever since then, I've not rated him that highly, like I said. So, yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them. A Brentford fan I know that went to it, he was saying, because I saw he was going up, so I was like, try and enjoy it, I guess. And he was like, mate, the thing I'm going to enjoy the most is drinking after. So I was like, fair enough, mate. I was like, Brentford fans expected it. Like, it's one of them. It could have been worse. Like I said, it could have been worse. But yeah, City just looks so comfortable. You know what I mean? It's one of them. Obviously, Awais is a City fan. So yeah, he's put the City stuff there and he put come on City. Big up Cop, he says, yes, Tyler, big up yourself, mate. But yeah, we'll move on now. This is the game I watched. Obviously, if any of you subscribe to Perry Sports, aka Lewis, you would have seen he done like a watch along. I had to go on here first because he's having issues with his camera. So yeah, I was doing my usual business, just doing it as a neutral perspective. And yeah, what a crazy game it was. A lot of people going into it, I was, what I said, it aged well in the end. A lot of people going into it, Villa are going to smash Leeds, rare tear tear. Now, I said it plenty of times. I understand why people were saying that, due to, the form Leeds are in, the missing injuries and etc., that sort of thing. But I knew Leeds would make it tough. I said a narrow win to Villa. I didn't say none of this 3-0 malarkey. I said 2-1 Villa. But yeah, what a game it was. Dan James, wicked performance from Dan James. He was brilliant. He was causing threats. Obviously got an early goal. A brilliant goal that was. The way it went through the player's legs into the bottom left. So yeah, it was one of them. And then Coutinho equalised for Villa. The touch was brilliant, and the finish. We all know Coutinho's got that quality. And then obviously Dan James scores right again. Oh no, sorry, Ramsey scored, didn't he? Ramsey scored for Jacob Ramsey for Villa. He had a brilliant game. For me, he was my man of the match in that game. He's a brilliant player. He's a cracking player. He is, especially under Gerrard. He's been brilliant. And then Villa scored again. Jacob Ramsey again. Another great finish, roof of the net. And then Dan James scored right before half time. So that's 3-2 at half time. You know what I'm saying? 3-2. And then Llorente scores in the second half for Leeds. And then Konsa gets his second yellow, I believe it was. So, but it was a great game to watch from a neutral perspective. And, Leeds, for me, they won't go down. They're still in that relegation battle, but their team overall is good enough for me. And you saw it then, as much as they didn't have everyone back like Bamford and that, when they've got certain players back, they're similar to how they played a lot last season with the, all guns blazing, so to speak. So, yeah, that's what I will say about that. Big up Spencer. He says, hey, T, big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. My future Liverpool team in 5 years, Kelleher, Trent, Konate, Reece Williams. I don't know about Reece Williams. Alphonso Davies, I'd love that. Harvey Elliott, Jones and Bellingham. Gordon, Diaz and Jota thoughts. Yeah, I mean, I could potentially see that bar Alfonso. I don't know about Alphonso Davies. That would be sick, but I don't know. But yeah, that would be a sick team. I'll maybe change up Reece Williams. I've never rated him highly. Like, no disrespect to the kid, but never really have. Like, I watched him when Luton played Swansea, and he weren't great for me. He weren't great when they played Swansea the first time. Right, Chris, that was typical Tottenham. The Spurs being Spursy as usual, literally. Shimicus, sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. Could be left back, not gonna lie. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I like that team. As I said, the only thing I'd probably do is change Reece Williams personally. So yeah, we'll move on to the next game, which obviously I did a watch along to. And yeah, another game I said would be tight. Even though, Leicester didn't really cause much. Schmeichel prevented it from being a lot more, due to his saves. That's what made it be a tighter game. You know what I'm saying? Jota double. Brilliant. He's the second top goal scorer in the league. It was comfortable. As I said, Leicester didn't really cause much, if I'm being totally honest. Luis Diaz, obviously, this was his first full game. Was it full game? Or was it? I can't remember, but he started, his first starting game for Liverpool, and I thought he was really good. I did think that. Salah come on, Harvey Elliott was on the bench. They come on at the same time. That's good to see. And this is what I like about Liverpool. I was saying yesterday, this is what it's like when we've got everyone available, bar obviously Mane, but that was due to celebrating with Senegal. Forgetting, we don't have a Origi, but other than that, it's a full fit squad. When have we really seen that with Liverpool? It's a madness. But yeah, we needed to win this if we do want to try and catch up with City. Just keep getting them wins in. And yeah, we needed to get revenge on Leicester as well. A lot of people are probably like, it's not that deep, like that. Not Liverpool fans as neutrals, but especially what their fans, not all their fans, but what some of their fans are saying in the League Cup game, and what their fans have been like recently, just idiots. But yeah, that's another thing for another day. We got the 2-0 win, Jota double, and yeah, it could have been a lot more if it weren't for Schmeichel. Even their fans were saying that. We are Liverpool. Nah, nah, nah. Yeah, I remember that song on FIFA every time you score every 5 seconds. But yeah, we'll move on to the last game. That was yesterday as well. I said 1-1, so I was close. Arsenal beating Wolves. Gabriel with the winning goal in the end. Simple enough for him when it come across to him. But yeah, Wolves, I don't think they were that great, to be honest. The main talking point from this game is the red card, to be honest. Now, it is a weird one, but it is one of them. For me, it's a weird one, but yeah, it's so Arsenal in it to get a red card. Spencer says red card United, more like red card Arsenal, you know what I mean, mate? But yeah, under Arteta, they've got the most red cards. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. But they got the win, big win for them as they try and get into the top 4. And yeah, they needed it really after seeing Spurs lose and United draw. So yeah, fair play. My thoughts. I don't actually mind Arsenal. I don't like when some of their fans act deluded, but overall, I don't actually mind them because they're not oil like certain other teams. But that's another thing for another day. But 13 or 14, I think. Yeah, it's one of them. It is insane. Yeah, trust me. But yeah, we'll talk about them games now. We'll go through the table and then we'll go through the points. So yeah, let me just get the table up. So the Premier League table after this midweek is as follows. People saying, I'll read this quickly before I wait for it. People saying, Diaz is a flop. I don't get it. A link-up play he did with Robbo yesterday made him seem like he was in the team for years. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know how people are judging that on one game either. Well, two, but one starting game. I totally agree with your comment there. Loads of people I know, Liverpool fans, were saying he looked like he's in the team for years that were at the game as well. So, yeah, they're probably just salty Man United fans or anything, saying like that. But, yeah, we'll get into that another time. You know what I mean? But, yeah, this is the table as it stands. So, City are 9 points clear with 60 points. They've hit that 60-point mark. Liverpool, 51 points. Chelsea in third, 47. Obviously, they didn't play due to them playing at the Club World Cup or whatever it's called. Liverpool won it. I can't remember what it's called. West Ham fourth, so they're in the top four. Arsenal fifth. Man United sixth. I don't know how they're sixth, if I'm being honest. Tottenham seventh. Wolves eighth. Brighton ninth. Southampton 10th. Villa 11th. Now, what I will say about Villa, actually, I'll get into it in a bit. Leicester 12th, which is mad for them, where they've been in recent years. Palace 13th, Brentford 14th, Leeds 15th, Everton 16th, Newcastle 17th. And that means Norwich are back in the relegation zone. And then Watford 19th, and Burnley rock bottom. But yeah, they're not doing too bad at the bottom, when you look at how the other teams are doing near the bottom, I'm not doing great, but you know what I mean? It could be worse. We do have a game in hand. Yeah, that's very true. There is a 1% chance we could catch up with City. Yeah. It's one of them. But I'm going to go through the points now before we get into predicting the weekend games. So let me just get it up, and then obviously I'll send it to the group chat. You know how it is. And just a reminder, if any of you want to be part of this, then if you got Instagram, then let me know. And you have to send the score predictions on there, unless you do them live with me. But the points is, as I said, that game on or the games on Tuesday, really helped me out. The United and not Newcastle, West Ham game. I've got them games spot on. So I'm on 84 points. Other than that, I've got a few 1 points this week. Brad's on 68. Alex is on 71. Max is on 63. Liam's on 75. He is in second, Liam. Still. Perry on 64. Kenny on 36. James on 26. James ain't done it for a while. Chris on 57. Cop on 25. Obviously, Cop, you ain't done it for a few weeks. Daniel, 55. And my camera, don't start being a sideman and just keep turning off. And that's not a diss on KSI and that. That's just, when you're like the B-Tech, you know what I mean? But yeah, Daniel's on 55, like I said. Lewis is on 36. And Hayden, obviously sort of new to it now, a couple of weeks in, is on 9 points. So yeah, let me just take a picture of that before I get into your comments. All right, there we go. Right, let's get that sent to the group chat. So I'm just waiting for it to send, and then we'll get going with predicting the games coming up. There we go. Right, there's that sorted. Put Everton in the bottom, except Everton, then I love that relegation zone. Yeah, but not likely, in all honesty. Yeah, except Burnley. My bad. Yeah, I was thinking. What do you mean? But yeah, there you go. There's the points. So yeah, let's get into predicting the weekend games. So yeah, I keep pressing this one by accident. Keep doing the wrong one, mate. What is going on with my camera? Did any of you see that? It just started like fuzzing, or was it just doing that for me? No, it's definitely doing that for you lot. Yeah, I can see it. What is it doing, mate? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing, bro? Oh my God. What the fuck is going on here? I'm not putting my other camera on. Wait, let me unplug it and plug it back in. Oh, my days. What is this doing? Can you lot still hear me, yeah? Right. Touch wood. Don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, first game tomorrow. Big up everyone that's already put in their score predictions. What the fuck is this camera doing, bruv? Real talk. This is so annoying. What is it doing, mate? I might have turned my camera off, people. Oh, my days. What is this? It's like I've put my fist through the TV or something. You know what I mean? Right, people, if it does it again, yeah, I'm just gonna have to turn my camera off, unfortunately. Hello? Yeah, you can still hear me. So I just had to check because why is it doing this, man? This is a new camera. Not even had it for a year, mate. You know what I mean? Oh, why is it turning on the terrible one? Right, hopefully it don't do anything. I'll say that and it probably will. But anyway. Yeah, so a few of you put your score predictions in. Big up yourselves for that. But yeah, obviously this game's tomorrow. United taking on Southampton. Obviously, Southampton got that good away win versus Tottenham. United obviously drew to Burnley. Now, a lot of people are saying 2-1 Southampton. I don't want to do that because I think it's a bit obvious. Well, not obvious, but obvious that everyone's going to not back United. You know what? I'm not going to back United, but I don't think Southampton will win. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. That is my prediction. So yeah, Kop's gone 2-0 Southampton. So yeah, let's make a note of that. Southampton. Now, I know United have not been in great form, but I don't know. I don't know. It's one of them, in my opinion. Spencer, if you do want to be part of these predictions, if you do have Instagram, let me know. If not, and if you don't have it and you want to still put in your predictions, then feel free. Did I miss any comments? I don't want to miss any comments here. I think it'll be a 3-2 affair. Yeah, I can see that. If someone wins, it'll be by 1 goal. It is okay. Okay. Yikes, but buy a new one. Sonny is always good, in my opinion, for me. I mean, this one has been good, but, when I first got it, it was proper playing up, but, it stopped for ages, and now it's started doing it again. Like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even keep it in a state when I'm not using it, so I don't know why it does it. But anyway, anyone else? Predictions? Who ain't we got? We got Max's, Kenny's, James's, and that's it. But I don't think James will do it. But the others, they send me it another time unless they come on here. But anyway, the game, one of 3 o'clock games tomorrow. Watford taking on Brighton, or Twatford, shall I say, taking on Brighton. Now, obviously, Watford losing 1-0 to West Ham. Brighton have had a break. Brighton have looked good at times this season, very good. Now, a lot of people are saying 2-1 Brighton, and you know what? I'm going to say that as well. I know I just said, I don't want to go with what everyone's going for, like for Southampton and that, but I generally do actually think Brighton will win this 2-1. As much as, Watford have got Roy Hodgson coming in, it's a bit of a buzz. For me, it's quite embarrassing. They've got him because they had to call a manager out of retirement to get him in. They've still got a bang average squad. They're still going down, in my opinion. I'm not even saying that because, they're Luton's rivals and I just don't like them. I don't think their squad's good enough overall. So, yeah, I'm going to go with a 2-1 Brighton. So, yeah, that is my prediction. Kop's gone with a 4-0 to Brighton. Jeez. Now, that would be mental, and I would love that. I would love to see that. 4-0. He's putting in all his predictions now, so when I go game by game, I'll get that done. So, yeah, there's the predictions for that. Okay, Tio got to. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see that. Spencer says 2-1 Brighton. Yeah, that's what I think, mate. United will give up a goal or two with their trash midfield. Yeah, probably. But yeah, cheers for putting in your predictions now, because I know some people leave and then just don't, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, cheers for that, Cop. Big up yourself for coming on as well. But yeah, next game, London Derby, another 3:00 game. Brentford taking on Palace. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Brentford not been in the best of form. In recent times, their season's been very similar to Leeds' last season, I'd say. Taking on Palace, who could have done a lot better in that game. As much as they did get a point, could potentially won it. If Zaha didn't mess that penalty up. But yeah, this is an interesting one. I do think, because Brentford at home, I don't think they'll lose, because as I've said plenty of times before, they've been decent when they've been at home. You look at Liverpool, for example, you look at when they narrowly lost to Chelsea and City. You look when they beat Arsenal, first game of the season. And yeah, I do think this game's going to be a draw. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go over 1-1 draw. So that is my prediction for this. What did Cop say for it? Just let me see what he said. 2-0 Brentford. 2-0 Brentford. Interesting. I think Palace will get back-to-back 1-1 draws. I do think that. 0-0 Spencer's gone for. Jeez. But yeah, I'll move on to the next game. Everton taking on Leeds. Now, I think this is going to be another high-scoring game. Obviously Everton losing 3-1 out in their last game to Newcastle. Leeds drawing 3-3 with Villa away, and I knew that'd be a tough game for Villa, like I said. I do think Everton will win. I think home advantage will play a part in this game, and I do think there's going to be a lot of goals. Leeds are starting to be that team where it's just entertaining to watch them, even if they're not scoring a load of goals. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a 5-goal thriller. And unfortunately, I do think Everton will win 3-2. That is my prediction for this game. Spencer's gone 1-1. Jeez. 0-0. 0-0. Cop went for this game. There's me saying, I reckon it'll be a 5-goal thriller. He just goes with a 0-0. You know what I mean? Oh, dear. But yeah, I'll move on to the next game. Norwich, this is the 5:30 kickoff tomorrow. Norwich taking on Man City. Now, Norwich have been on a bit of decent form. We know that, but City are just too good, in my opinion. It's just, you sort of like, for me, an example of that is the FA Cup, when they beat Fulham, top of the Championship Fulham, who have been scoring a lot of goals, playing Man City, and it was 4-1 City. You know what I mean? So in this game, I do think City will win. Of course, I'm going with a 3-1 City. I do think Norwich will score. So yeah, that is my prediction for that game. Cop predicted 3-0. Spencer's gone with 6-0. Cop's gone with. Jeez. Now, someone on the predictions, I won't say who, just in case they don't want me to, but someone actually backs Norwich. Now, as I said, been on decent form, but this is Man City. You know what I mean? So that's what I will say. But yeah, I'll move on to the next game. Now we're moving on to 2:00 games on Sunday. Spurs taking on Wolves. Now, obviously, Wolves will want to bounce back after that loss against Arsenal. They're playing the only other Premier League team in North London. Tottenham, who will also want to bounce back after that loss against Southampton. So they're both on a loss going into this game. Do I think Spurs will bounce back? Or do I think it could go... for me, yeah, this game could literally go any way. Any way. I remember when Traore was at Wolves, he used to love playing against Tottenham. I think that's part of the reason they were looking at him before he went up to Barcelona. But for me, this is a tough one to predict because, as I say, it could literally go any way. I'm going to back Spurs. I'm going to back Spurs in this game. Or am I? I don't know. It's a tough one, this one. It is a tough one. No. No, I will back Spurs. I will back them in this game. 2-1. 2-1 Spurs. Spencer's gone same with me. 2-1 Spurs. He says, big game for Spurs. If they lose this, they are cooked even with games in hand. They play City away the following week. That's another thing. They'll look at that and be like, yeah, we need to win here, especially with the, little bit of form Wolves are on. It's not been great, out of the cup as well to Norwich. And yeah, it's stuff like that. And then obviously a loss yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to back Spurs. But the next game, Newcastle taking on Villa. Now, obviously, I said I was going to say something about Villa here. No, I can't even remember what it was. Oh, you're kidding me. I should have just said it earlier. If it comes back in my head, I'll remember. But a lot of people saying Villa are going to win this like high scoring wise, 3-1. Now, I don't know how you can really say that. If I'm being honest, after how Newcastle done against Everton at home as well. They're at home, they can cause a brilliant atmosphere. A different atmosphere, Newcastle, they can cause to, the likes of certain other grounds. But I don't know. This is another game that could literally go any way. But I'm going to go with, in this game, I'm going to say, so I think it'll be a draw. I do think it'll be a draw. I'm going to go over 2-2. I'm going to go over Desmond. Oh, yeah. And what did Kopp say for the Spurs game? Nearly. Wait, did I get any score for that? No, I didn't get any score for Spurs. He said 1-0 Wolves. So he's backing Wolves. Quite a few people are backing Wolves. As I said, it can literally go any way. But yeah, I'm going to go over Desmond here. 2-2 draw. Kopp, what has he predicted? He has gone with 3-1 Villa. No, I don't know. I can't see it personally. I can't see a 3-1, especially with Newcastle's last game. Yeah, no, I just saw that, mate. They were impressive against Everton, but pretty much everyone does these days. True, but, Newcastle haven't been the greatest this season. There's been a few games where they've looked really good, but then there's been others they've just been piss poor, if we're being totally honest. Chris says, I've just gone past 60 subs. Congratulations, mate. Fully deserved. Especially the time and effort you put into YouTube. You literally make, I don't even know how many videos, upload a lot of videos a day. So fair play, mate. Deserved. But yeah, there you go. There's my prediction for that. Moving on to the next game, which is Burnley versus Liverpool. Now, obviously, you lot know, before I do a score prediction, I'll get into the lineup I would play. Now, Klopp has said Mane is back in training and that. We'll make that decision later if he plays, basically. So I'll do it based on what I know. So let me just sort it all out. And then, if you lot want to tell me the lineup you would play, feel free. Cheers, mate. No worries, Chris. No worries, mate. But yeah, let me just get that up. So lineup I would play. Alisson in goal. Now, yesterday he didn't really have much to do, like I said, but when he did have to do stuff, he was decent. So Alisson, Trent. Centre backs. I would go still Matip and Virgil. Now, the reason I would go Matip instead of potentially, like the likes of Konate, because Burnley are a physical side. And I think at this current moment in time, Matip will be able to deal with that better than Konate. Chris, I'll read that out in a second, mate, see if it's similar to mine. Robertson, would I go? No, I'll go Robertson due to the physical side. Burnley, they'll be, how they are. You know what I mean? Midfield for Fabinho, he has been on absolute smoke. I mean to spell it like that. He's been on absolute smoke. Henderson, now he wasn't there yesterday. He will be back for this game, though. Klopp announced that. So, no, yeah, I'm going to go Henderson. And then the other one you've got to go with is Thiago. You know, when Thiago and Fabinho have played together, we haven't lost. I don't know why I done it like that. But yeah, we haven't lost. So yeah, you've got to go with them for me. Now, up top, you got a lot of choices. Now, one that definitely has to be put in there is Jota. You know, after yesterday, you know, second top goal scorer. I'm going to go. I think Salah will start. I think Salah starts this game. Sorry? Why has Salah not got a picture? What? This ain't no side, man. How is Salah not got a picture? What? You lot are seeing this live on T-Boys TV. How is my man not got a picture? Anyway, we know that's Salah. It says, at least it says it. You know what I mean? I'm going to go Luis Diaz on the left side. And then up top, I'm going to go Jota. Yeah, that's the lineup I'd go with. Maybe people might question me putting Luis Diaz in due to him, you know, still, because a lot of people are saying about his physicality as well. But I'm not 100% sure about Mane. Maybe I could do, you know, Jota on the left, Firmino through the middle, but that's what I'd go with. Terminate that website using, I don't know what it's doing, mate. This website's meant to be on job. Trust me, every YouTuber uses it that uses like this thing. But yeah, anyways, in goal, Alisson in goal, Robertson left back, Trent right back, Van Dijk, Matip at the back, Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson in the midfield, Luis Diaz on the left, Salah on the right, Jota through the middle. Now, I think that's good enough. As I said, maybe the only thing that might get questioned is Diaz, potentially, due to the physical side of things, like I mentioned. But yeah, let's see if it's similar to Chris's or Spencer put one in. 3-1 win over bloody Burnley. Alisson, Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Salah, Jota, Diaz. It's the exact same. Yeah. I know he confirmed Henderson was back. I didn't know he confirmed if he's starting. I would have started Fabinho, Thiago, Elliott. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Don't see Mane starting. No, I don't see him starting, but might just come back from AFCON. Yeah, I don't think he'll start, but yeah, it's one of them. But yeah, time to move on to... let me stop sharing that. Time to move on to score prediction. Right, let me just get it out. Now, you know, as much as Burnley done well the other day against Manchester United, you know, that is United. Nah, jokes. Well, it is United, but, you know, they, you know, no one, you know, a lot of people are saying United win. But I just think we're going to be too much for him. I think it's going to be like when we played him last season as well, when we were battling to get into Champions League, the top four, when we beat them 3-0. 3-0 or 2-0. It was 1 or 2. I'm pretty sure it's 3-0. But anyway, I'm going to go over 3-0 Liverpool. I think it's going to be too comfortable for us. I know, as I said, I know Burnley can be that place. You know how they are, physical side. You know, stuff like that. But no, I think we'll beat him. I think we'll beat him 3-0. And Kop's also gone 3-0 Liverpool. So yeah, there's predictions for that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Liverpool is miles better than United. Absolutely. Not even a debate. But yeah, the 4:30 game on Sunday is Leicester taking on West Ham. Now, both teams not been overly great at this current moment in time. Obviously, West Ham got that win against Watford. So they're coming in on the back of a win. Leicester, obviously, a loss to Liverpool. Leicester at home in this. When West Ham have come up to Leicester recently in the league, they've beaten. But yeah, for me personally, I think this game's going to be a draw. And I don't... A lot of people saying a lot of goals. I can see why, but I don't think personally there'll be a lot of goals. I'm going with a 1-1 draw in this game between these two. I don't think it's going to be the greatest 4:30 kickoff, but I don't think it's going to be the worst you've ever seen. I think it's going to be one of them, to be quite honest with you. So, yeah, let's just see what Cop put. 1-0 West Ham. Like, a lot of people saying 3-2 and stuff. I just don't think there'll be that many goals, personally. So, yeah. I'm going with a 1-1. Yep, same as me, mate. But, yeah, we got one midweek game as well. So, I've added that to it. Manchester United are playing Brighton at home. So, they've got back-to-back home games coming up. Now, a lot of people are backing Brighton in this. And, as I said, totally understand, the form United have been in. For me personally, I do actually think Brighton will win. I do. I think United will, not lose against Southampton, but I think they might lose in this one. So I'm going to go with a little cheeky 1-0 to Brighton. But I'm not sure if Cop put a prediction in for this because it's obviously midweek, isn't it? No, he didn't. That's all right. But yeah, people, that is the end of Premier League predictions. Obviously, I'll be back again just over an hour for the Luton show with my dad, and we've got a special guest on today, the first time on the Luton show or the Hatters show, whatever you know it as. So we got someone on for that. So definitely check that one out. It'd be much appreciated. But Spencer, about this game, he says, I can see this being draw. Brighton seems to draw with everyone. Yeah, totally understand why you'd say that. Take care, T. See you all later. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Big up yourself for coming on. But yeah, as I said, I'll be back again just over an hour now. So yeah, definitely check that out. It'll be obviously a live stream. It'll be out at start around about 8, maybe just after. But yeah, it's all scheduled. So yeah. But yeah, big up everyone that came on the stream. Much appreciated, like always. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And share the channel. It'd be much appreciated. And yeah, subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on as well. Subscribe to my other channel, T-Boys Extra. That would also be much appreciated with the notification bell on there. And yeah, as I said, I'll be back again in just over an hour for the Hatters show. So yeah, if I saw many of you on that, it'd be much appreciated. And yeah, as I said, hopefully you all enjoyed it. And if you're watching it on playback, feel free to put in your score predictions and yeah, all of that. And yeah, I will see you lot hopefully under an hour, but I'll definitely be back under an hour. So yeah, until then, take care and peace.